So we're talking about this mavui, that at the end of the mavui you put a koira. Now the koira we said has to be a tefach wide. You don't have a tefach wide koira, so what you've done is you've bought two thin koiras, each one. Loi bezol shtei koiras hamatimos. Matimos means they're alongside each other. V'chein shtei koiras hamatimos. Two beams which are matimos alongside each other, comma. Loi bezol kedei lekabareach, comma. This one doesn't have enough space on it. It's not wide enough to hold this ariach, this brick. And the other one also doesn't have enough, is not enough width to hold the brick. If it holds it l'roch by tefach, which means that if you put the ariach on the tefach, on the side of it being a tefach and 1.5 tefachim, and you balance it between the two kairas, ein tzarich lahavi kaira acheres, full stop. You don't need a new kaira because these two kairas together are doing their job. They look like what they're meant to look like, that they can hold up a row of bricks. Ve'im lav, however, if the gap between them is too big, that you can't hold up this brick 1.5 tefachim wide, let's say the gap's 1 3/4 tefachim wide, so you put a brick there, it'll fall straight through, you can't hold it. Each one can't hold it, and it can't put it in between the two. Then, tzarich lahavi kaira acheres, full stop, you need a new kaira. Now, Reb Shimon Gamliel Omer, comma. Reb Shimon Gamliel is machadash a new thing. In mekablos ariach la'aruko shleish tefachim, instead of having the brick the normal way round, widthways 1.5 tefachim, you turn it and have it the lengthways 3 tefachim. And now, because it's on the lengthways 3 tefachim, the two kairas can hold this ariach. Ein tzarich lahavi kaira acheres, comma. You don't need a new kaira because you could just make as if you're going to put the bricks the other way around. Ve'im lav. However, if even lengthways it can't hold it because there's a bigger gap than 3 tefachim between the two, then tzarich lahavi kaira acheres, full stop, you need a new kaira even according to Reb Shimon Gamliel. Now this was a whole brisa which we were bringing for one point, which was a discussion whether you can say chavot rami on something which is less than a tefach wide, and this is the part of the brisa that we're going to bring a raya from. This is a new Gemara now. Hayu achas lemala ba'achas lemata, comma. You've got these two, each one's half a tefach, and instead of being alongside each other, there's also one higher up and one lower down, like this.
One up and one down.
One up and one down. So you've got your end of your...
They're not on top of each other.
They're not on top of each other, they're alongside each other.
How's that different to before?
No, yeah, it's the same. We're now discussing a mavui, not a sukkah. You've got this mavui.
So instead of that, it's that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Until now, we were discussing Shnei Koros Hamatimos was this,
two, right?
and now we're discussing this.
But we
different
had
levels.
Earlier, we had
by a sukkah, exactly. Now we've got it by a Korah. This is a Korah. It's the same halacha by a Korah. However, until now, we were discussing when they're tefach wide. These, we know, these Shnei Koros, lo bezul kedei lekabel reach, v'lo bezul kedei lekabel, means how much is each one? Less than a tefach. Right? These Koros, each one is less than a tefach, because they can't hold a brick. So, achas lemala v'achas lemata, comma. If one of these two, one of them was lemala, was higher, v'achas lemata, and one was lower. Says Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, comma. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda says, Royin ha'elyoina ki hilon lemata. Push the top one down, comma. Ve'esach tachtoina, or, this ve'esach tachtoina doesn't mean and, or the bottom one, comma, ki ilo lemala, as if it's up. So again, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda says, look at the top one as if it's within the level of the bottom one, or look at the bottom one as if it's within the level of the top one. Is that all clear?
Which is Chavot Rami, right?
Which is Chavot Rami. Right. Same lam as Chavot Rami. Now, over that, Shaloi tehei elyoina lemala me'esrim amma. There's a halacha where kilo mala, comma. Right. Now, just before the vad, you can put as a footnote. The halacha of the Korah is that it's not allowed to be higher than 20 amos or lower than 10 tefachim. Yeah? Is that good? A Korah is not allowed to be higher than 20 amos or lower than 10 tefachim. It has to be within 10, higher than 10 tefachim and lower than 20 amos. That's how much it has to be. So now these two, Ulvad Shaloi, 10 tefachim high, yeah. Ulvad, and only Shaloi Tahei Elyoina Lemala Me'esrim Amma, comma. The top one can't be higher than 20 amos because otherwise it'll be possible. The Hatachtoina, and the bottom one, Lemata Me'asara, can't be lower than 10 tefachim. Right? So is that all good? You've got here these two Korahs, full stop. Each one is going to be half a tefach wide, and what we're doing is we're just going to somehow level them up, either bring the top one down or bring the bottom one up. We're going to put them in level. You can't. Oh, so that's a good question. We'll discuss that after we finish the Gemara. That's a different point. Now, says the Gemara. So the Gemara is medaik. So that's the halacha that basically says that you're good to go as long as you put them within level of each other. For the Gemara, as long as both of them are within 20 amos, the bottom one's higher than 10 tefachim, and the top one is lower than 20 amos, yeah? So they're both within 20 amos. That one's there and that one's there. they can have a gap of 18 amas in between them. You're good to go. Why? Because we say 20 amas is the height that a curry is allowed to be. It's not allowed to be higher than 20 amas.
You have the same with a
Sukkah, exactly, and menorah.
menorah,
Very good. The Gemara says that.
can't see it.
Yeah, okay, same thing here. This curry has to be a heka. Yes, the Gemara puts all those three together. So, says the Gemara, if both of these curries are lower than 20 amas high, Omrinon chavoit rami, we'll say chavoit and put them within level of each other, Avagav the lesbe tefach question mark. Even though each of these beams themselves are less than a tefach wide, right? Because we're talking about here.
Shouldn't the Chiddush be that they're so far apart and still we say we can level it?
Because we're not shy on whether a beam needs to be a tefach. Here we're seeing that it doesn't have to.
We're saying even though it's less than a tefach wide, you can still say chavoit ram and push it down. Now the fact that how high and the difference in height that you're finding a chiddush. Yeah, once you say chavoit, that
I thought it would have to be within
Yes, so the thing is, it has to be within 20 hours.
yeah, but that's just because of within curry, not within chavoit rami. He's saying chavoit rami be'etzim you can do however much you want. Because here this could be 10 tefachim, 19.9. Yeah, exactly.
To me a bigger Chiddush.
Yeah, chavoit rami has no
We've got a question. The Gemara said earlier it needs to be a tefach wide, and here we're seeing that it doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's all clear. Question mark. It's not got a tefach width, even though it's not got a tefach width. You're still saying chavoit rami. Question mark. Amale, comma. Here's the answer. Torit ve'im hachi, comma. Answer and say like this. Overvad, this is how you read the brisa. Not like you thought you read the brisa. One has to be within 20 amas high and the other one not lower than 10 tefachim. Overvad shaloi tehei elyoin no l'manim esrim, comma. Ve'im hachi, comma. Overvad shaloi tehei overvad. And only shaloi tehei elyoin. The top one shouldn't be l'manim esrim, higher than 20 amas, comma. Ela b'soich esrim. It shouldn't be higher. It should be within 20 amas, comma. Ve'hatachtoina smuchala b'pachis mishloisha. Not that they can be this one a bit higher than 10 tefachim and that one up to 20 amas. All it means is make that one 20 amas high, and where's the next one? Within 3 tefachim that you're just saying lavud. We're not doing anymore. No, because we're not doing chavot rami. Because you can't say chavot rami, it's less than a tefach, right? So the question was, how can you say chavot rami? It's less than a tefach. Says the Gemara, we're not going to make chavot rami. We're going to put them within 3 tefachim of each other. And once it's 3 tefachim, what halacha are we saying now? Lavud. Lavud has no halacha of tefach. The bach is mishleisha, full stop.
So we still don't have an answer to why.
So we do.
So
You're not allowed. It has to be within 3. Inami, comma. Make sure the bottom one is not lower than 10 tefachim. Higher than 10 tefachim, comma. And the other one has to be toich. Within 3 tefachim of it, and then you'll say lavod avos shloisha, comma. However, if there's a gap of more than 3 tefachim, given the lesbe tefach, there's no tefach on the actual beam. Lo yamrin on chavot rami, like we said, you can't say chavot rami. So again, if you've got a tefach wide, then you can say chavot rami, like Tzvi's pointing out, from 20 amas high all the way down to 10 tefachim. However, when there's less than a tefach, you can't say chavot rami at all, and therefore now you're going to have to start saying lavod, and therefore make sure that the 2 beams are within 3 tefachim of each other. Yeah, all clear? Ish, you'll go over, all clear?
No, I'm good.
You, any questions? No, but you should have a question in here. Okay, we'll stop here.
Another question?
Yeah.